Okay, just gonna set things up. If anyone's here already, hello. I doubt anyone's here just yet, but I'm just gonna set things up. Give me some time, give it some time. Everything's just lagging left and right, so. And I'm kind of tired. Sheesh, okay. Oh lord. Yeah, thanks WhatsApp. You're not working. So to just give people some context. Oh, hello, Rain. Yeah, I'll be working on this hitbox. I won't really call it hitbox. It's actually a JoyHitBox thing. As you can see, it's not your typical hitbox thing. It has a funky layout. I guess some of you will call it a funky layout, but it's what the customer wants, and I'm following orders. So, while I'm waiting for the WhatsApp to even work, because I want to show the customer what's going on. Oh, I should have flipped this like a freaking moron I am. Oh, it actually came from Socd. That's actually interesting. But yeah, it's supposed to be like this, right? So the idea is that you have your hands like this, and then this is your layout stuff, and then this is a joystick. So it's gonna be one of those projects where it's just like, what's up with you, man? Like what's wrong with you, man? But you know, it's fun. I like taking on fun projects like this. I just gotta share it to my customer because, oh wow, I am freaking out a little bit because things are not working left and right. So I'm not sure if you can see my keyboard and stuff, but yeah, I was just typing stuff. Okay, let's unpack everything first. Start the box because that's the one we want to see. So I'm gonna bang the mic a lot today, aren't I? Not sure if the black mouse pad actually makes the black casing, how to say, blend into the background. Not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing, so I'm just gonna... Nice. Hello. Let's actually get this guy built. So there are a few experimental things that I'm slightly afraid of because this is the first time I'm actually running a wireless build on this thing. So that's the first thing I definitely want to test is actually, so the design, at least what I think I designed this based on is actually, it's because this thing's wireless, right? I'm gonna install antenna here. I'm not sure if that shows that. I'm gonna install the antenna right here, and then the side's gonna have the. I'm just gonna show it to you. It's much easier to just show it on the fly, right? So let's talk about the simple stuff. Simple stuff being where does this go? So this is just your Brook. What's it called again? They call it a Nutric port. So I'm just gonna pop this in. In theory, it should just fit, yep, nicely. And there we go. Just put 2 screws in and you're good to go. So in theory, when you're playing, it should be coming out from your right side. No problems there. Next thing that the most terrifying thing for me right now is this antenna thing, because I've never done this before. So this could go really wrong if, you know, I didn't calculate right. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I think it's fine. Because it's like a screw, so I'm just gonna take it easy here. I don't want to damage anything today. Not today. I don't want to run back, tell my customer like, oh shit, it's broken because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, you know what? I think this will work. I think this will work out just fine. Let me plan this at once. Let me plan this. So I think I'm going to put this first. I'm just hoping that the length is enough. Just enough to put the nut and also this guy. Because from the looks of it right now, it seems like just like it's just enough. And just enough might be a bad thing. at least in this context, yeah, it seems like it's like just enough, and that's quite. Oh, I think you guys can't see it, so I'm trying to install this over here, so it's gonna have like this pop thing. Problem is that it's because it's quite thick. The casing is quite thick, so I can't really just how do I put it? I can't just install this thing because it needs some leeway to get stuck there. So I'm gonna try and force this in just a little bit. It's okay, it's wood, so it'll take quite a number of these things. No worries on the what do you call? I'm just a bit concerned about damaging the outside, so I'm just gonna take this away for a while real quick. I'm just gonna try and yeah, okay, I'm already having mini fears on doing scratches to it. So alright, plan B. Plan B. We don't use the nut. We don't use the nut. I'm gonna be a bit smart here. I'm gonna not use the nut and we just install this. Because truth be told, these things are just extras. You can choose to install them or not. It's up to you. And as long as you have this, you are good to go for wireless. I think it's black and black, so you can't see. So this thing is gonna be for wireless. So if you need wireless capabilities, well, this will be answer. Actually, you can just take it out. I'm not sure if you can actually screw this down, right? Because this thing feels a bit flimsy. So to those who don't know what board I'm using today, it's gonna be the Brook wireless board. You can see it over here. This is the Brook wireless board right here. I'm just gonna take out the board for you to show you real quick. Contains the battery as well. So if you're playing wirelessly, of course you're gonna need this. You're gonna need to charge this and stuff. I'm gonna have to find somewhere to place this and make sure it doesn't move all over the place. And to show you the PCB we are working with, it's gonna be this guy. So very nice board we have here. Sure, it has some I would say awkwardness when trying to connect wirelessly, but I've had my run with it. It's fine so far. It's just that you gotta get used to its. I won't call it jank. I would just call it. You just gotta get used to some of its weird things, but it works. It works just fine. Let's just plug. Oh, I keep banging the mic. Let's just plug this in. Yeah. So I think in terms of the wireless wire, I think I'm okay. That was like more of my issues because I was like, concerned that will it actually, you know, will it be tight? And from the looks of it, it seems quite tight, so I'm okay with this. Now let's actually move on to building the case. This is the kind of the boring part of the case build, is that I have to actually install the entire casing's hinges. So it's gonna take a while. You can actually ask questions along the way if you're confused on what's going on. Why am I doing blah blah blah? Why is the casing like that? So on fall, feel free to ask. I'll just go on my merry way and just, you know, do what I want to do with it. So magnet catchers over here. These guys, so these guys are meant to, because some builds, when the top is quite heavy, right, especially with metal, metal top builds often have the top part of the casing flap all over the place. So in order to prevent that from flapping all over the place, it's actually nice to have magnet catchers on top. So that's the main reason why I decide to in future designs or future iterations, I actually suggest to add magnet catchers over here, or around here, just to make sure that the case doesn't flip all over the place. So I'm just gonna. Alright, I'm gonna get my screws. Hold on, give me a sec. Let me get my screws because those are necessary for this build. Alright. Okay, so since the entire casing is black, I think it's a good idea to use black screws for this one. And we have this boy. Oh! Oh, gee. Screw is very heavy. Where are my nuts? There we go. Okay. Okay. Let's start actually installing the casing. So, using hex screws as usual. If you've seen in my builds, if this is not your first time seeing my build, you know already that this is what we always use, the hex nut screws. Very reliable, very tough. Sure, I mean, if you do it too tough, the durability will have issues, but you know, that's why you have to be gentle with it. No, unfortunately this isn't Inaba's one just yet. Inaba's one will actually take some time because that one I haven't sent to processing just yet. This one was a confirmed order for quite a while. So after this order, yes, we'll get the Inaba's one actually. So it's alright. Thanks for dropping by though, but this isn't Inaba's one, at least for today. But we'll do Inaba's one hopefully next week because I'll have to send that thing for processing. This is like a completed case, so I'm just gonna take my time and install this tonight. Just get it done, you know, get more numbers out of my list instead of adding more numbers to my list. Mine are yeah, the reverse hitbox one, right? Yeah, that one is gonna take I mean, in terms of what do I say, designing it, I don't think it's difficult. It's just more of like trying to confirm everything again, make sure the design's fine and stuff, because it was quite a while since we last discussed. So once we get there again, I'll send the details and stuff to you guys again. If everything is good, we're just gonna confirm everything. I think last we left was like it's just send with an empty acrylic, so it's fine, we can do that. I'll get back to you guys later once we're done with that lah. A lot of screws inside. Actually, I'm gonna install the side Brooks first because these guys, I mean, I don't want this to move all over the place. Ha ha ha. Ah, no! I have a very rough day today. I had a very rough day today. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. I hate myself. Great. Oh, great. Yep, watch me as I pick up stuff on the ground. That's fun. Joy. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Reasons why I hate putting things on tables. Oh man. Can these things be picked up by magnets? I just want to have a peaceful night. I just want to have a peaceful build. But no. A certain someone doesn't want me to have fun tonight. It's not magnetic. Fun. Oh man, I kind of wish I could just have a scoop. Oh, it kind of works as a scoop. Ah. Yeesh. Yeah, this. I'm so lazy to pick these guys up. I'm gonna leave these guys here for now. It's not like we need them all. It's just annoying to see them all on the ground. Me and my butterfingers. Alright. Screw it. We're running back top, okay? We're running back top. It's staying there, it's not going anywhere. I'm scared for both of you. Okay. Deep breaths. It's just a very early on. It's still early. Everyone's high spirits. No such thing as bad news. Everything happens for a reason. Hey. Save me. Ah. I feel like my workspace is a bit too small. Then again, it's only my what do you call personal setup, so can't complain too much. As a personal setup for just doing work things, it's fine. But I guess for doing rare tech things, not so fine. But hey, beggars can be choosers. Oh please, oh please. Can't see. Can't see. Okay. So the Brook port here is nice and snug. It's so dark, right? You guys can't see shit. Yeah, but this is the Brook PCB, nice and snug. You can actually plug your Type B connection over here. I'm gonna show it later at the end, but that's not the most important part. What we want to get attached is this guy. So we're gonna install like 4 of those. So just in case you're still here, cats, whatever you're seeing here is pretty much what to expect later on in our bus build. It's just that maybe a few small differences, because his one is using a PS3, PS4 PCB. So for that, it's gonna use a different port. Like it's gonna use the front, because this one is using the side ones, because we already have the wireless one in front. It's because in our bus one is not using the wireless one. We're gonna just put it in front. It's quite straightforward. Not too what do you call? Yeah, I mean, if you've seen plenty of my builds up till now, it's gonna be not too different from that. So, except the reverse idea. So that's the only thing that's gonna be special about that one. Let me just okay. My pliers. It's gonna take like the entire night, just in case anyone's wondering how long this process will take. So you can imagine one entire controller takes a lot of workmanship just to get everything done, get everything screwed nicely together. It's a very, very tiring process, but it's fun. But tiring, hell tiring. Not sure if every single thing I'm doing right now can be heard on the camera. Okay. Yeah, I realize this setup is making it difficult for me to like move my things. Oh god. Not sure if the customer is in the chat at all, because I was actually gonna ask if he's gonna be okay with like solid white buttons, but it's fine. It's totally like, it's just the side buttons anyway. I think the normal white side buttons should do just nice. You guys will see the artwork and stuff later on, because that's gonna be, as usual, the last part. Oftentimes the last part. So just wait on it. Damn. Yeah, I know I'm gonna shift my positioning. So I'm gonna have to learn the ambidextrous over time. Okay, we're gonna get the pliers, and then we are done with the first phase. We're not done on the second phase, which is to install the top part, and that's when you see the hinges and stuff. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, so that's the bottom part done. Now let's talk about the top part. So for the top part, right, as you can see that there's actually 4 holes over here. We're gonna need to install some screws over there for the, what do you call, the joystick. So the idea is that we're not gonna screw from the bottom, we're gonna screw from the top. Then we're gonna have some M4 screws to secure the joystick later on. I'll show you guys later on how it works, but we've been doing this for quite some time. It works really, really well for a lot of builds. So yeah, you'll understand it later when I do it. So I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna install that side first because it actually makes life a bit easier. Oh my god, please don't scratch it any more than I should. Okay, I'm gonna grab stuff. Okay, so when we're installing for these parts of the casing, we have to go really deep. This is when we really put a strain on the screws. Okay, when I start to hear it like just getting caught up, it's actually time to stop. Get it out, use a new screw, because if we try to keep forcing this same screw, it's gonna lose its pattern. It's fine. The first screw acts like a pilot oftentimes. Sometimes it goes all the way through if I'm lucky, but sometimes it just gets caught up, so I have to watch out. Some things that you just need to like be aware over time. Just make sure you're not just hammering it through without thinking twice. Oops. Okay, so I think I got most of it in. Uh-oh. 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 Did I measure wrongly for this? Really? Oh. Hold on. I'm an idiot. If anyone can tell me why this is a mistake, grats, you saw my mistake. But at the same time, I just realized because I was just working without thinking twice, I actually just realized that, oh wow, I actually installed it upside down, so Yay. I'm an idiot. No wonder it felt so weird. It's like, wait, what's going on? I was like, oh, that's why. Let me just get this out. Come on. Okay, so I don't want this to go all over the place and please come out. Oh, for the love of God. This is like the worst case scenario. I feel like everything that I don't want to happen today is happening all the way, so oh no. Today is truly a bad day for me. Today is like the worst day for things to happen to me. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This is like the worst I can ask for. No, 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 no. Oh no. Oh no. I think the nut can come out. Good. Good. Today everything is just hitting the fan. That's fun. Everything not going well. Yippee. Fun. Fun. Today is a fun day. Oh golly. Okay. So it's supposed to be like this. Of course it's supposed to be, because the joystick on the left hand side. I feel like an idiot. So I've been doing it wrong for a while, that I didn't realize that until the end. I was like, oh good. Oh good. Lucky I didn't install anymore, because that would have hurt me even more. So I'm just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Just go on life. Life goes on. Watch me do the same thing. I'm just hoping. Yeah, even my screwdriver's starting to show its wear and tear. I'm gonna need to switch it eventually. My poor equipment is just crying now. It's no longer as strong as it was when it first came in. Yeah, I'm gonna need. Oh come on. It became so loose when we, what do you call? It's like it just gets tight whenever it feels like it. Not in the wrong way, but you get what I mean. Okay, that went smoothly. How about you? Uh-oh. Oh god. Yeah, I think that's good enough. I'm gonna leave it at that. And yeah, to close it down to make sure everything's fine. Yeah, there we go. The perfect edges here. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. I almost thought I fucked that up. Okay, let's just proceed to screw the rest of them, and we're done with the first phase, which is to actually just install the hinges and shit. Okay, It's gonna take a while. Okay, now to proceed the rest of the screws, which is like a few more. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna try to use the old screw, thinking that, you know what, maybe it was just a fluke. Nah, the screw is really broken, so don't reuse an old screw because it will only bite me in the ass in the future. Nuts are fine. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to reuse. Can I? Let's see. Yeah, I don't like that. Whenever it feels too loose, I just want to like, yeah, you know what? Let's not use that one. Come on, just two more. This is often the more tedious part, but once we're done with this, everything else is just usually much more smooth sailing. Maybe not the magnets part, but yeah, it's not that bad. It's just something more therapeutic, I guess. Oh shoot. Alright, it's all the way in. Okay. One last screw to seal the deal. So now that's done, casing closes nicely. Let's actually take out the metal plate. Okay. Oh, come on, please, please, please. Okay. So it's gonna look something like this. Yeah. Gonna dump that aside. So the idea behind this is that we're gonna have like 4 screws go through here. We're gonna install that first because I don't want to forget that. Definitely don't want to forget that. So we're gonna look for those screws. My wonderful box of things. Is it this one? I think not. I do remember I have longer screws. We're gonna use the longer ones instead because longer means better for joysticks, because if they're too short, then if it doesn't fit, then you're in trouble. I think, yeah, I found the right ones. So all right, I need the nuts. Okay, I need the nuts. Gotcha. Okay. Whew. Anyone's wondering how far are we into the build? Probably 50%. Okay, no, I think more than 30% because we haven't talked about wiring. So wiring is an entirely completely different beast altogether, and that takes a lot of time if not done right. And I need pliers for that as well. Okay, so it's nice and flush. We'll do the same for the other 3 screws. I think some people can already see where this is going. If you can't, well, you'll find out later. Okay. Nice and flush, I think so. Okay. One last one. The idea is that once you install these, they are never coming out. So they'll just stay there and then God knows how long until, you know, if you really do maintenance or anything. But I doubt we'll need to touch it anytime soon, so it's fine. Okay, nice and flush, good. So we're done with the joystick part. That's actually done, mind you. We just need to put some nuts and bolts there, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the joystick part. Now talk about the magnet catches. So for these, we'll also need different kinds of screws. Yeah, we're gonna need the thicker ones. I'm gonna grab them. Yeah, I think it's these guys. So yeah, okay, sure. Let's use these guys. Oh, I hate the thingies on the ground. Okay, I'm gonna do it both sides. Damn, I keep getting WhatsApp messages. So the idea is that the magnet catch will be around here, right? Okay, it needs to be pushed down a little bit more, but you get the idea. And then it'll close, and it'll connect with the magnets. So I think I pushed it as far as I could. It's not gonna be perfect for sure, but yeah, that's essentially the reason behind it, is just to make sure it doesn't flap all over the place. I think the only thing that I'm just like still on the hitch is how to install the top metal pieces. Well, the top metal pieces are the one that's like, how do I put it? They are the ones that are like you can't just put nuts with them, because even for these guys, I'm not using nuts. So when I'm not using nuts, I kind of have like a feeling that it can lose durability over time. So I'm still not sure what's the most confident answer to use for now. Maybe I want to use wood screws in the future, but even wood screws will actually deteriorate in terms of durability. So I don't know. There's no perfect answer for now. We'll see. Maybe countersink top and then put nuts. Maybe that's the next best I can think of. Okay. Right. Okay. Next. Right, the top. So that's the last part that needs that heavy, intense screwing. And my brain is just thinking, how do I take care of this? Why do I not plan this at once every time? Sure, I think we can use these. Yeah, they should just penetrate just enough. Let's try them out. Okay, you know what? Maybe the hole's a bit too big. The hole's a bit too big. Need a smaller one. I need a smaller one. These guys. Definitely the right size for sure, but yeah. Let me just look for another one just in case. Oh. I forgot I actually bought these. Yep, I'm gonna use them. Okay. Alright, I have a confident answer now. I hope it doesn't penetrate too much. Oh, it is. Yee. Okay. So we're gonna need some spaces then. At least just one. Let me just get one spacer on each side. Then it's good enough. Oh, okay. Okay, so that just fits in nicely and yep. What? Oh, come on. Uh-oh. Is it not detecting? Yeah, okay, that's not good. Something isn't right. Yeah, perhaps I have to put in between. Kinda weird, but you know, it's fine. Oh, good. Oh, come on, man. Let me in. Come on. Ah, funny joke. Much better. Sure, it's not the tightest of the fits, but that's exactly what we want. It's a bit loose, but hey, it's not gonna take out anytime soon. Alright, let's do the same on the other side, and I think we're done with the magnet catches. So, same idea, we're gonna use one in between, just to space it out enough. Crap, oh crap. Oh crap. I dropped one screw. I dropped one screw. Fun. We'll have to find shit out left and right later. Why? Stop dropping. There we go. So the idea is that if you do, yeah, it's gonna inflate the case a little bit, but on the bright side, it won't actually, how to say, pop out like that, especially when the metal case is on top. So yeah, that is the advantage, at least when you put this on. So let's talk about installing the artwork now. Yeah, after all this time, we'll now only talk about artwork. That's like after how long have we going? It's already in 1 hour. Then now only we talk about artwork. Welcome to building fight sticks, everyone. Okay. Okay. Alright, so the customer has requested a jar artwork, and this is how it looks like. It looks very nice. And then this is the acrylic. I think it's already taken out the plastics. Yeah. Okay, yep. It already took out all the plastics, so I'm gonna try and not smidge too much of it. Okay, so for this build, I think silver screws would do nicely because it kind of makes it feel like metal stuff. So I'm gonna make a room. Blue art. Okay. Not this one. Too small. Okay. So I actually might want to put the buttons down first because that will actually establish whether the layout is what do you call, aligned properly or not. So we're gonna do that first actually. So I'm just gonna nice. This is just the protective cowl on top. Don't mind it. So I'm gonna like just maybe install a few of them, just so that we can get like a what do you call, like just a check to see whether they all fit nicely. Yeah. Pin's a bit bent. It's fine. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, let's actually put all the 3 directional buttons first. Yeah, it should fit nice and snug, no issues. Nice. Okay, so I've already established that no worries on the button layout. This is already the correct you know what, for good insurance, I'm gonna put 1 on top there as well. Just in case I think I'm wrong. So that the layout I know that it's gonna be there. Okay, so open this up. Let's actually screw it all down. Oh dear. Oh no, I need the nuts. I need the nuts. Oh no, 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 no. Can you hold? Ooh, okay, that was a horror show. Okay. Back at it. Back in. Back in. Okay, cool. I'm going to get the thicker ones. Yep, okay, so don't screw them down too tight just yet, because you just want to put in all the screws first, do a check, make sure that it's all properly aligned. The last thing you want is things just go south at the very last minute. Okay. Lift. Alright, I'm just gonna casually put down all screws. No biggie. Okay. Almost done, almost done. Okay. Think. Oh, I need one more. Oh, one more. Okay. Oh. I keep banging into my mic. Stupid. Okay, so that's done installed. So as you can see so far, we actually talked about putting the buttons down already. So we're gonna just put them all one by one. It's gonna take a. I guess this is the most satisfying part of the build. You're just casually putting down the buttons one by one. The best part of the entire build. Best part. Just this is the part everybody just loves to watch. Just putting the buttons down one by one. We're chilling. Just look, just dump it here, and then oh, sweet. All right, on to the rest of the buttons. We just gotta install them all. Fun. Very fun. One at a time, boys. One at a time. It's turning out really pretty. Really pretty. And the way we design the holes and stuff, we made sure that it doesn't damage the buttons. Old designs, forgive me, because the old designs, I know customers would tell me it's very hard to mod or very hard to adjust and stuff. I get it. I do deeply apologize. But over time we've evolved, so future customers do not have to suffer the same fate. So yeah, that's the reason why often we recommend people to get metal builds, because metal builds allow us to have this hot swap mod. So with this hot swap mod, not only do you get to switch artworks on the fly, when you switch, when you allow a metal build like this, the buttons will not get, I won't say squished. I'd say the buttons don't get, yeah, I guess it is like the buttons don't get squished for too long, to the point where the clips just stop being clips and then they just become too loose. And then when you open and close the casing, it just becomes like a big issue. So, you know, these are problems that we find out early on from different customers, and then we try to improve from every single controller. Of course, I can't please every single customer out there. There's gonna be one or, I won't say one or two, that a lot of them will come tell us, yeah, there's issues here, there's issues this, blah blah blah. Of course, it's common to receive criticism. So, of course, not all criticism I can't do much about it, but for whatever that I know I can fix, yeah, why not? So this is one of the suggestions, which is, if you want to avoid having the buttons durability get worn out over time, just get a metal build, because you know a lot of fight sticks nowadays also do this kind of builds, and mine is, oh, can we just talk about this? Let's see. Yeah, that's a Ragnar combo. Okay, joystick. So now what we have here is a standard Sunward joystick, but we're gonna give it a little twist. It won't just be a Sunward joystick, it's gonna be a detachable Sunward joystick, because who wants a standard one when you can get a badass one? So The problem here is that these days it's a bit hard to get the freak mods mod thing. I was able to get, I had like one left in my inventory, which is the orange Evo edition. So lucky for the customer, because if anyone else wants to get one now, I don't think you can get one from me anymore. You might need to find other sources. You'll probably find people selling maybe online, but from me, I probably won't get one anytime soon. So that's how a freak mods works, if anyone you guys can see it. So we're gonna take out the original Sanwa, what do you call, shell and everything. The original sheath can't be used. That's a shame, but you know, that's not really the main thing. Actually, I gotta double check. Are we installing auto DIY as well? If we are, then I gotta actually oh, I actually changed the sensitivity too much. Okay, I'm gonna need to mod the entire Sanwa first before we talk about the detachable mod. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, no auto DIY, just a standard off the mill Sanwa joystick, right? Yes. Yes. Okay. No special thing. So it's just your standard joystick, because you know, beginners often we don't recommend trying to switch all over the place just yet. It's only those players that are like they want something very special and shit. Then we can talk about, okay, auto DIY is something we can recommend. So let's just take this away for now. This guy will be the main focus for now, because yeah, you sit there. So how do you install a freak mod? So this might be interesting to maybe 1 or 2 people out there, but you might be wondering, how does this mechanism work? What makes this mechanism work, and why is it so popular amongst a lot of the FGC? So let's talk about installing it. So first step is to remove this. Be careful not to punch your hand, and be careful not to lose the E-clip. If possible, try to force it down this way. Yep, okay, that's like the best way. A magnetic catch helps to make sure the E-clip doesn't run off. So first step, grab these guys out. The only guy that's gonna get replaced is this shaft. This shaft will be returned to the customer and stuff, because the main attraction now will be this guy. So this guy goes down. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but ooh. Oh no, I don't want to let the grease go all over the place. So you can see that we install it like this, and then we put it like this, and then I'm gonna put this back in, and then put the E-clip back in. Remember, the E-clip is very precious. If you don't have spare E-clips and you lose this shit, your joystick becomes unusable. So you gotta watch out on that. I'm gonna clip this in. Nice. There we go. So how this works is that this is your thing, and then you just you just pull it back. I think I gotta install the ball top first before we talk about anything else, because it's difficult. Let's get the ball top. The customer has requested white, so I'm gonna go grab my white ball top real quick. Hi. Oh wow. That's embarrassing. I ran out of whites in that side. But don't worry, because I keep loads of spares. There we go. Okay. Just in case anyone wants to see, we have like a collection of ball tops and stuff. So I'm gonna grab the white one. Don't worry, I have plenty of white ones. Customers often ask for white ball tops, so we stock loads of whites. Well, we do have all of the weirder, uncommon colors as well. It's just that we noticed that a lot of customers really don't want anything else. Not that I'm complaining. It's just that that's how it is. So you might be wondering, like, yeah, the ball top's like this, right? But you're not done. You can't just put it like this. It's gonna fly off. It's gonna go all over the place. So what you're gonna need to do is that when you buy your freak mod, they'll come with this Allen key. Make sure you put your Allen key inside and make sure it's hella tight, as tight as you can, and then you don't need to talk about it for God knows how long. So all you gotta do now is pop this back in and pop the gate back in. Do we have any special requests on gates? No, not yet. In the future. So this is your freak mod. Pull this, put it inside, and let go. That's your joystick with a freak mod. You need to, detach it and stuff. pull back, take it out, you're done. So now with the Freak mod in, back here with the big boy. So we're done talking about installing the little things. Now we're talking about the big boy. Okay, so how do we install him? So first, pull this guy back, and we're gonna install like this. Oh, hi. Okay, so all I need is actually a big nut right now. I mean the M4 nuts. So the idea is quite simple. All you gotta do is just put 4 nuts like that, and you're good. It's quite what do you call, brain dead, I'd say. Oh shoot. Sure, I mean if you want it to be extremely tight, of course I'll use pliers. I'll do it later. Where's the other thing? I could have sworn I saw. Yeah. So I'm just gonna put this in real quick. And one more. Don't really have to be really tight. And if let's say it gets tight over time, if let's say after some weight you just get some friction here or there, just use pliers, unscrew it out, you'll do fine. So it's nice and tight. So as you can see, joystick is firmly placed inside. Where is the head? Okay, I'm an idiot. There it is. Okay, so oh, I kind of forgot to put this in between. Not sure if it's too late for me to just oh yeah, that's another thing that magnet catch helps to save, is that the magnet catch helps in terms of like how do I put it? It makes it, I don't know the right word for it, but magnet catch helps in mitigating the friction, not friction, the force, so it doesn't feel like it's, you know, receiving intense damage to the casing. So it's like a first line of defense, and also it allows the top to not fly all over the place. So so just in case you guys are wondering what I'm trying to do here, is that I'm trying to get the intermediary washer in. I want to do it the painless way, but it's making it difficult for me. Seriously? Okay, fine. It proves my design is kind of working to a certain extent. So I'm gonna have to install it. Okay. Then put it back in. If anyone's wondering, that's just my WhatsApp. Bop. In it goes. Okay. Right, so the reason why I actually put the washer in there is because oftentimes dust can go in this way as well. So I'm gonna have to teach the customer later on. You're gonna have to put the washer through here, pull here, and then make sure you get the washer out of the way. It'll take some getting used to, but eventually get used to how it's done. You essentially pull back, and yeah, that's how you get your. So this is what we call, let me just reposition. This is what we call a JoyHitBox. So the reason why I name it JoyHit is because from the left to right, this is the hitbox layer and this is the joystick part. And this customer specifically requested he wanted 30mm on the NOR layout. I can't agree more on this layout because first off, I do like the 30mm buttons here, because I can never get used to standard hitbox. For some reason, standard hitbox for me, like sure, some can argue with me that smaller layout feels more comfy and stuff, but for me, I just can't get used to tiny layout. Like this, I grew up playing like this. I wouldn't really say grew up playing like this, but you know, my first joystick was like this, so I prefer this kind of layout and this kind of button. So I'm gonna definitely run a few rounds of Guilty Gear on this. It's customary for me to play a few rounds. I definitely want to share this to my buddies before I continue. I just want to show them because these guys are FGC people. I'm just gonna snap a quick photo. There we go, pretty. And I'm gonna tag him out. Hello. Right, that's gonna cause some noise. Alright, that's for the front buttons, but we haven't talked about these guys. So we're gonna just, I'm gonna find, if I could find some white opaque buttons, it will fit just nicely. Let me just, there we go. Noise. Let me, oh right, I'm changing the camera position because I'm trying to get my parts. Sorry. No, we're not gonna use these. These are Sanwa parts. No, we're not gonna use Kanbas either. We want to use whites. I see whites. Okay. A lot to clean up afterwards. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. Okay, let me just rearrange the camera. Yep, okay. There's the screw. Oh yeah. Okay. So we do have white buttons. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, leave that aside. Let's install the front buttons. Okay, these are the OEM buttons. We often use these just for the front side buttons. No, there is no merit for you to use expensive buttons on the side buttons. Seriously, no merit, because unless you use them for like intense, precise inputs and stuff, there's no reason for you to actually have Sanwas in the front of your stick. So by all means, just get, I won't say as cheap as possible, I just say get some decent buttons that are not exactly high performance but working fine. The ones you can trust at least. So these OEMs will do you just good. And they look nice, and they're pretty much Sanwa body, and just in case if you have broken parts on the top, well, you can always swap some bodies and you'll be fine. Some people always have like a bad misconception that just because it's OEM doesn't mean it's really bad. Actually, not really, because if you just switch out the micro switch, because what often makes the OEM bad is the micro switch itself, because it's using an OEM switch over here. You can see it's not really a Sanwa. I mean, if you bring it up close, I mean, just by the pin layout itself, if you've owned a fight stick, or if you know fight sticks long enough, you'll know that that's not a Sanwa. But to some of you guys who don't know, that's not a Sanwa stick. I mean, not a Sanwa button for sure. And that's part of the reason why OEM buttons aren't really tournament standard. But that doesn't mean it's bad. It can be used for budget builds. It does its job, but you know, of course, if you want the best, or should I say like your typical standard good builds, then yeah, just you get Sanwas, you'll be good to go. So open it up, and there we go. Are we ready for some wiring? This is the favorite part. This is my favorite part. So let's talk about the wireless part first. So the wireless part is for this PCB. We just gotta plug it here. I'm not sure if the webcam can zoom it in. So just gotta make sure you snap it in nicely. I'm just gonna. The idea is that it's just like a pin. I won't say pin, more like a. Oh no. Gotta watch out. Okay. Ta-da! So this is your antenna part. So make sure if you want to use wireless, you're connected to this guy because the antenna is in front. Alright, that's number one. Number two is the wiring to the side. The wire. There it is. Okay. Oh, I'm going to need to watch out. Okay, so so you have this guy over here, this guy goes here, and then you just gotta plug him here. And here. Cool. That's part one. Part two. Let's talk about wiring the joystick. So of course I'm not I don't read the future, or I can't predict where is up, down, left, right all the time. So what I often do is that I will get this connected. Let me see. Oh, actually this time they didn't provide me a USB cable with this build. Are they really expecting me to just use wireless for this? Quite silly. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna provide the customer a free cable anyway, else he can't use it at all. So I'm gonna plug this in. Right, so that's your beautiful cable right there. So we're gonna start with connecting to these guys. So if you've seen my older builds, I won't say older builds, like because different PCBs they're using these kind of connectors. Oh crap, the camera can't. I just wish I could, on the. Okay, so let me just talk about the PCB real quick, because we are on to the more juicy part. So as you can see, the top row, right? The top row is actually the one where we can actually hand wire manually. We just screw them down and then it'll just fit nicely. The bottom left ones are using the DuPont pins. Like if you've seen enough of my builds, I love to use DuPont pins because they're easy to plug in and out. Less hassle, no extra tools needed. Sure, getting them set up is a bit, I won't say tedious, but once you get used to it, it's actually very, very good. So let me just unfocus that. So yeah, that is the wireless PCB. Battery will be added very last, because that's like you can have no battery, it will still work fine. So the battery is pretty much just a bonus. Like you can choose not to have a battery, you'll be good. Okay, enough talk. Let's actually get to the wiring. So first off, we're gonna get this hooked up here. Right, I'm gonna use a tiny screwdriver, tiny screwdriver, tiny. My parts are scattered all over the place. You, I have faith. Okay. So let's talk about new. Oh, my boy. Yours isn't called JoyHitBox. It's a JoyHit cross sub. Oh, right, connection. So we're gonna provide this guy one free cable. I don't know if I have any black cables left, because the reason why I want to provide black cables is because the theme will fit nicely with the Gerald theme, because blue would kind of go quite off-putting. I want to make sure that he doesn't. I should have a spare. I believe I have a spare. Oh no, I might need to borrow. Yeah. Oh wonderful. I do not have a black wire. Let me go grab a black wire. I am big idiot. So it's because it's a black build. I'm gonna provide this cable over here. This cable right here, so it'll kind of go well with the entire Gerald theme. If I gave him the blue cable, it's gonna look so gaudy. But it's up to the customer. If he feels like he wants to buy his own printer cable in the future, that's totally up to him. But yeah, since it is already in theme, I'm trying to get this controller as beautifully themed as I can. We are going to actually give him the black cable. The tie is broken. Let me just keep that in and plug it from the side. Goods. And we plug it to the PC. Except my PC ran out of USB ports. Oh no, I'm wrong. I could just reuse that port. Okay. You get the shit out of here, boy! Oh. Get in! Oh. There we go. Beautiful sounds of a PC working with its USB thing. So this is when we turn on. I'm not sure if I can actually are you connected to the headset? Oh no. Oh no. So okay, so here's the thing about this. I won't say PCB. Here's the thing about this what do you call? Yeah, sharp. So here's the thing about this PCB, right? Whenever you connect it to a device, it just automatically thinks that it's a headset. So that's it's not really a big problem, but for some people it's like, oh, it's a bit what do you call, annoying, but it's fine. Some people, they like to play with headphones on anyway, and you can just change it in the PC. It's fine. I won't really call it an issue. It's just something that quality of life or not, I don't know. Moving on. So our objective here, I want to actually get a controller tester out. I'm not sure if I can actually capture this window right here. If I could capture it, then maybe on your, let me just play a little with the thing, right? Give me a moment. Let me just try a window capture. Yeah, exactly. All right, that is nice. Okay, so let's bring this to somewhere where we can slowly view how it works. Yeah, okay, so as you can see, when I move this all over the place, you're not going to see anything just yet because nothing is connected just yet. So how do we test whether the wires are working or not? This applies to anyone who has a PCB or whatnot. So it's as simple as you just check and go, like, let's say you plug it here, this is right. So you check, is it going right? No. Oh no, I think I gotta click it. So the controller tester, actually gotta click the controller tester to make it trigger. Alright, hello. I gotta make sure it's an active window. Okay, so this is apparently, the green wire is apparently left right now. So now that I know it's left, all I gotta do is just hook it up to the left and screw it down. Quite easy actually. So this is like to whoever who needs PCB, or no, not PCB, but whoever needs arcade stick maintenance. Then yeah, it's as simple as this. You just gotta check the cables. It won't electrocute you. So some people think like, oh my god, is this gonna shock me? Trust me, if this can shock you, your fight stick would have killed you a long time ago. So don't worry, it won't kill you. Right, so on to the next wire. You just gotta keep checking every single wire. Then the last one is like, you just, rule of elimination, you'll get there. So let's see, is this guy up? Now we're gonna give you up. Yeah, this is clearly right. Are you? No, because I was focusing on the WhatsApp group. That's actually right. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so we're gonna have to connect it here. Nice and easy. Nice. So we can see that if you move up, left, it's working fine now. Up, left, there we go. So I'm gonna tell my friend that I'm actually streaming. Okay, I'm gonna focus back on the screen so we can see it's up. you can see these two are working now. Beautiful. On to the last few wires. So we're only left with 2 wires. Very straightforward, very straightforward. It's kind of brain dead. I accidentally put the last wire in first, so it doesn't matter. This is up, right. Okay, I got the right one. So we got our full upright motion. I'm going to screw that down. Okay. And finally this guy, which is of course the down button, because who else can it be? Get in there. Oh. Nice. Okay. Cool. So we got these all wired up. Make sure not to trip and fall over the wireless parts. And we are done with the joystick. So just give it a quick go up, down, left, right. Whoa. Okay. There we go. So joystick is perfectly fine. Let's talk about buttons now. I might want to mute my because it's gonna get very noisy. I'm gonna just mute that up real quick. Okay. So buttons. Let's grab my wires. So next question, some people might be wondering how to wire up for these casings and stuff. Yeah, let me just get this out. So these are your ground wires. I don't think you can see them properly. But yeah, these are your ground wires. The one that looks like daisy chain, these are what's called ground wires. And these are your main wires, which are like the singular ones. You'll see how it works later, and yeah, I'll show you the rest of the connectors later, because that's the more I won't say complex, more like that's more of the special cable section. So it's not that difficult. Well, you'll see what I mean later. Anyway, I'm just gonna open this if I can. I'm gonna use, because I'm lazy. Okay, so keep that aside. Hello. So these are your loose cables, and these are your not so loose cables. Yeah. Okay. Right. My preference is more on putting the ground cables down first, because when you put the ground cables down, because to be frank, ground cables installations are brain dead anyway, because there is no reason, there's no consequence of putting them all over the place, because they're just ground wires. How you manage them is a different problem altogether, but for me, my advice is always put the ground wires first, because when doing wire management, the daisy chain one being hidden is much easier than the daisy chain trapping everyone else. Trust me on that. So nice and tight. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then proceed to, so as you can see, the daisy chain is like, there's 4, oh right, so the thing's blocking. So I'm gonna take this controller thing away real quick, because we're not talking about joystick now. So we are gonna move this here. So we don't really need a huge size on this. We're gonna just make sure you can see just enough. So we're gonna plug this guy into the far, so the PCB here shows that this is for L1 R1 triangle. Is that, yeah, L1 R1 triangle square. So this is gonna be the top row here. So always start from the edge over here. Okay, and then move on to the internal. The reason why you want to do this is because if you go all the way to the side, right, it means you're fully committing. I mean, most likely I feel like the PCB is gonna sit around here, but we can't tell just yet. So it's better to go middle, so that it can have some flexibility moving left or right. Just a tip. Might not sound much, but you'll never know when you might need to know that. So make sure they are neatly daisy chained, like so. You'll love yourself more when you actually daisy chain them properly. Trust me. There we go. Pretty daisy chain. And then do the same for the rest of the things, because trust me, ground wires are brain dead installation. They don't need orientation nonsense, so just chill. Oh god, okay. Raw, get it, okay. Oh please, don't come out, my dear sheaf. Please, okay, good. Okay. So if you've already noticed at this point, oh, it's not, I didn't click the window, but if you already noticed at this point, buttons aren't working yet. So some of you geniuses out there already figured it out, most likely, that yes, there's another pin on the button for a reason, and that's because that's what's needed to make it work. So I'm gonna plug this on the other side here, because that's the bottom one. Alright. There we go. Nice and snug. Alright, we do have 2 more sets of ground pins, so we're gonna connect from bottom to top. I do have some reservations though, so you're gonna see what I mean by reservations, but yeah, I'm gonna start from right to left. Watch me as I do this. So we're gonna start here, then go here. Oh, please. Okay. And then finally it jumps over here. So just in case you guys are wondering as well, like, does it really matter if I, you know, like, what if I go to here? What if I jump to there? Like, what if I wire all these ground wires together? It's fine. Ground can be just going all over the place. So that's the best part about ground wires. Like I said, it's brain dead. So it doesn't really have to be strict in terms of where you connect it. It's just the buttons are the ones that you have to be a bit more strict on that. So last daisy chain before I'm forced to use my own wire crimping tools. We'll talk about that later. Let me just start from. I'm gonna start from bottom to top. So I'm gonna do here. Step aside. Okay, and should go down. I see a problem. Oh, this is a problem. Okay, wire is not long enough. So I'm giving up on this plan. But it's fine. I'm giving up on this plan. It's not a bad thing. Don't worry. Because I'm just gonna use it for the bottom one. For the top one, I have different plans. So we're gonna have 2 spare ground pins. Again, ground pins are brain dead, so don't worry about them just dangling around. It's totally fine. It's just that maybe some tidying cables, but that one's just gonna be a bit just a very minor nuisance. So don't worry about that. So I'm just gonna plug that in. Okay, so see, as you can see, it can't reach the very top here. So don't force a wire till it snaps. Especially when the casing opens and closes like this. You don't want this to try to like force it, sure, you can probably splice the cable, make it longer. Sure, why not? But right now it's because the default cable given is not long enough. It's okay. Leave it as is. We'll make a new cable ourselves. So this will go to the ground. Now, remember when I said that ground wires do not matter where they go? You can actually combine these two. So the reason why I need to combine them is because I'm running out of ground ports. So there's only one ground port here. So I can actually put both of them at the same time. Sorry if I can show it to the camera, but you just put them both. You can actually jam them both in there and then just screw it down. Yeah, it came out. So okay, nice tight. Oh no, you gotta double check. Give it a gentle tug whenever you try to install one of these, because the last thing you want is this to just come off during gameplay and then things just don't work. Customers come, you know, hunting you down, going, hey, what the hell? And that's like the last thing you want as a controller builder. 1, 2, 3, gentle tug. Okay, good. So it's gonna stay nice and snug. Now I'm gonna start wiring the individual wires. So planning it at once. I'm already planning at once. I'm gonna install. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely install somewhere below there, because it looks like a comfy spot for all the wires and stuff. Like here is a very good spot. Yeah, around there. I don't want to put too close to here, because there's gonna be some fight stick what do you call legs. We can do the fight stick legs last. Those are the super duper last. You can do that later. But the PCB placement, I think here is a good position. PCB placement can be anywhere. Sure, to those players who are considering like, what if I want to keep you know, moving the PCB and stuff like that, maybe position it further down here. But I don't think this customers are, what do you call, because considering there's already a custom controller, they don't really consider trying to change the casings too much. So positioning here is actually okay as well. They're not too hard to take out either. You're gonna flip these open and then you're good to go. The reason I'm positioning here is because when you close, it's not impacting a lot of things at the same time. You'll see what I mean later when I install, because the cables will be all clumped up here. So the PCB here is actually a good idea. I mean, not almost a good idea. It's more like the PCB is actually not PCB. The wire is actually safe in this area. So let's just get on wiring those parts one by one, and you'll start to see the buttons light up one by one. So let's start from L2 because it's the edge. Okay, so L2 is all the way here. To those wondering how do I just know what buttons go where, that's experience. That's just experience talking at this point, because I've been wiring controllers for like maybe 2-3 years. So I just know which buttons go where. So as you can see, one of the buttons are already working, and that's the L2 button right there. L2 is left trigger. Yeah, left trigger. So left trigger is always in the far right here. So we're gonna go left trigger, right trigger, and then here's gonna be O, it's gonna be X. You'll notice that when you're wiring these, Brook has intelligently arranged the wires in such a way, not the wires, but intelligently, you know, arrange this PCB placement in such a way that it's already kind, I'd say. Like it's already arranged like so to, what do you call, just so that you can just go one by one. It's quite straightforward. There's no thinking. So you can see R2, L2, R2, L2. Both of them are triggering, and that means it's working fine. Now let's move on to the rest of the buttons. Pretty straightforward. And yeah, you're just gonna see me do the same steps again and again and again. That's just the nature of building fight sticks. This is gonna be circles. Written here circle. I know Xbox users, we call that A. And then if you have the universal Brook, they call it 1P, 2P, 3P, 4P. Those are things you're gonna have to learn and just get used to it. Because these are based on like Street Fighter notations or just common fighting game notations. So, I mean, if it's your first time, it might confuse you, but over time you'll realize, oh, there's actually a reason why they named it as such. But for this PCB, since it's a Switch PCB along with a PS3, PS4 PCB, I think. So it's written here across and all your typical simple to understand PS4 buttons. Let me just hook this up real quick. Come here. So you can see it's starting to become, the entire wiring is starting to become very beefy, very confusing. So I know some people are looking this and just going like, oh crap, the wires are starting to look very messy. Don't worry, cable management is always done last for good reason. So just keep moving, don't think about it. I'm just gonna plug this in. Right, so 2 buttons working fine, and these 2 working fine. Great. Don't stop, keep moving. Almost done. Yeah, crazy, right? We started from trying to wrestle with screws, and now we're just like chilling, just chilling now. Fight stick making is fun. Fight stick making is very, very fun. Alright. So you belong to the far end of the bottom. So here's another tip. Is because this is like the top part, you want to try and not, go over. You want to go like this. So you'll thank yourself later when you start doing wire management. This comes with experience. Like the more you do wire arrangements and stuff, you'll start to realize, okay, you know what? I should have done it like that. You'll thank yourself. So I'm going to double check. It's going to be R1. Get in there. Screw it nice and tight. You don't want this coming off. If it comes off, then sucks to be you. Sucks to be me, because the customer's gonna bang up my door and say, "What the hell, man? The hell, man? It's not working, man." Plug this in nice and gently. Ta-da! Working buttons. Keep moving. Oh, watch it. Don't want to clash the wires as much as you can. Don't try to clump the wires too much in a confusing way. The only person who's going to suffer is you. Oh, actually, I just realized that this has ground wires already, but we'll talk about that later because it's not really that crucial just yet. There we go. Whee! So you can see that the buttons are like that is because maybe it's because we can't see whether it's A, B, X, Y or not, but I can safely assure you that once we boot up Guilty Gear or something, you'll start to see the layouts make sense. But right now it doesn't look like it's making sense at all, so it's okay, ignore that for now. It looks confusing. I should probably launch a better controller tester to just make everyone see or visualize what's working, what's not. Because right now it seems like just random buttons are working all the place, and I don't blame you for that. Again, this all comes down to experience. Like once you've done enough controllers, you just know by heart. You're just like, yeah, this makes sense. Nice, tight and snug. Make sure they're nice, tight and snug. But don't pull too hard. That's you're shooting yourself in the foot if you do that. Okay, so all buttons working fine. Okay, so main phase buttons all done. You can see they're already all nice, tightly buddy together. Wires are tight, or what do you call? their own designated spots, not much clashing with each other. Let's talk about the bottom buttons. So I have 4 more wires here. So we're gonna try and link up the easier ones. Not say easier ones, but whatever that we can find that we can just easily wire up. So let's talk about first of all the PS button. So the PS button we're gonna set far left, because I always think that because the cable is already here, right? So often players will try to put their hands here for like options and all the more important buttons. So PS buttons are often like the button you don't want to keep touching, because it's the one that just stops the game and you just got, hey, what the hell, man. So I position it usually I try to position it far left so that it's easier to not mess up buttons and shit. Okay. I'm just gonna... So how are we gonna do this? We're gonna go under, because I don't want it to overlap this guy. It'll only bring bad news. So I don't know if actually my PS button will just work immediately if I just press it now. Okay, it opened up my Steam. Oh my god. Big picture opened up. It's working fine. It's working fine. Get out, please. Okay. So big picture booted for some reason. Not a bad thing. Yeah, PS is working fine. Let's talk about the next one, which is share. Share is just it's also one of those buttons where it's just like you don't really need it. Like need it in training or stuff. Like sure, people do use it. It's just that it's not something that you desperately need to use it. So I'm just gonna plug it here. So again, you notice that the ground wires that I just put together earlier, they just work fine. So that, like I said, ground wires don't need to think too much. Just plug them in, they'll work fine. So this is the share button, the not so important button. Yeah, we can see it's working fine. It's actually select for the PC and stuff, but I don't know why. I don't know why that select has become share in PS4, PS3. I mean, in PS4s, it just feels a bit off-putting that such a feature that used to be like a second start in a few ways, one or another, it just became a button that's like not really a utility button. So oftentimes when we wire these up, we are thinking like, we call it select or we call it share. I have to just keep calling it share because we have to always remind customers that on a PS4 that's not how it works. I noticed the pin bent a little bit. Not that a little pinching can't fix it though. There we go. Nice tight snug. Okay. PS. Okay, let me in. Okay. Ah, come on, let me in. So I think I'm left with 1 wire spare. That's cute. So it's okay. The last one is probably for like 5 volt. But since this controller isn't using anything that requires 5 volt, it's fine. Leave it as is. So nice tight snug, and we're gonna go. Navigate through the jungle. So options, yes, customers use option a bit more frequently than anything else. Options touch are more commonly used because touch is used for training mode. So quite important as well for touch. So yeah, as you can see, I've used up every single thing on the PCB. Now your next question is probably, how about those other extra buttons? Well, that's when you have these special extra connectors over here. So these guys are meant to be the bottom right here. So let's start off with the touch. I think, yeah, the touch and also those guys. I think I'm gonna need to... Does it come with a manual? Like if it already came with a manual, it's neat. If it doesn't, it's fine. We can always look it up online. Oh yeah, I'm gonna look it up online real quick, right? Because I don't remember all of them all the time. Let me just bring it up. Let me in. I just want to see your manual. Let me in. Okay. So, okay, so we found the one that we need to connect to. So TP key, hold on. Yeah, so this is the player 1 and player 2 whatever stuff. If you are using extra LEDs for your arcade stick or whatnot, you can use these pins over here, but for this build we're not doing LED mods. LED mods are very painstaking and very, I won't say dangerous. It can get a bit rough, so watch out when you're doing LED mods. But when you're doing and you just gotta plug this in, and this is already considered one unit. It does have its own ground. I don't want to plug the ground anywhere else. You can just leave the ground hanging as usual. So the TP key is the far left. Oh, I heard a cable drop. Okay. I think this is the only cable to connect. We don't need turbo. At least for fighting games, you don't need turbo. If he really needs it, well, you're gonna need one extra button for that. So far left is touch. Yes, far left is touch. So touch we're gonna connect to the right side. The more commonly used buttons to the right side. It's just human nature. Get in. Oh, get in. Okay. So right after touch, I'm gonna need to click this. Yep, that's the touch button right there. And then next one is L3 R3. So this is gonna be L3 R3. So L3 R3, quite simple. L3 we're gonna go straight to the left side because it's left. So L3 is gonna be left side and R3 is gonna be right side. Straightforward, no brainer, quite simple. Let me just plug this in. For the love of God, just let me in. Okay. He's working fine. And then finally R3. Okay. Yay. So yeah, our controller's already working. It's fully functional. Except, you guys notice something? I left this guy for last. The hitbox section. So now a lot of you are probably gonna a lot of you probably from the very beginning is just like wondering, I've used up these ports. How am I gonna get it to these guys? I've ran out of wires, right? I ran out of these wires. What am I gonna do? Here's the thing. I'm rare tech. I don't care. I know what to do. So I'm gonna make my own crimps, and that's gonna take a while, but it's not hard. I'm gonna need to whip out my extra cables and stuff. In theory, so extra fun facts. If you guys want to make a similar build like this, and you have the what's it called? The 8-pin to 5-pin connector thing. The one that converts because you like the Korean levers, they have a different micro switch. Like this one's a Sanwa's a 5-pin. So if you have the 8-pin to 5-pin connector, you can actually in theory connect it to these things and it'll just work as well. But then if you're a so-called professional like me, we will use DuPont wire cables. These are male to male. I'm gonna get the male to female ones. So yeah, there we go. So do we have enough ground wires? I don't think so. Yeah, sure, we have one ground there. We have one more ground there. Nah, because the only wires available left are I just have this extra wire left, and that's it. I don't have any other wires left, so I can't use that. But that's fine. That's fine. This PCB has a bountiful amount of extra pins that some people don't realize, but it's because I knew, so I'm gonna capitalize it. I'm gonna get the right wires out first. Yeah, okay, sure. Okay. Alright. So we're probably gonna need like a 6-pin. Yeah, 6-pin. Let me just get the adapter. I'll make his life easy. There's no point making people's life miserable by having individually connected wires. I prefer it to be like just a plug in once, don't need to think twice. Makes their life easy, makes my life easy. Come on, where is it? Come out. Come on. I need it. Where are you at? It's too much. I do have a smaller one. It's too big. Fine, let's settle for the chunkier ones. Yeah, that'll do, Right? 2 pins, 3 pins, stuff. It's like a 10-pin, yeah, 7. Yeah. This one's like, oh yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, this is the one I'm looking for. Yeah, there it is. So, okay, back to the program, everyone. So we're gonna use this guy over here, very small, cute 6-pin adapter thing. You'll see how it works later on. Therapeutic session. This is gonna be me trying to extract the wires one by one. Not very difficult. So why have I pointed out this very early on, this jumper cable early on? Because these are actually the same function as these guys, except they're the jumper wires. So some controllers, they have their own wires. You can just connect straight to those. But if you have the privilege to, I mean, since these are wires provided by the controller themselves, I would normally use them. But if you don't have an extra wire or whatnot, you can always use these pins over here. Because these are much more reliable. You can just plug them out, plug them in easily without any extra tooling. Sure, you can argue with me that of course, what's the name? The screwdriver method is actually not that difficult, and I agree, it's not really that difficult. You've seen me just go through the whole thing, and I wasn't even thinking twice about it. But at times when you don't have the screwdriver, it can be a bit not pain, it's just a bit annoying. Like I can't just mod it on the fly. So with these these things, you can just easily plug them in and out. So that's why I love DuPont cables, is all because of this. So yeah, power up DuPont cables. So I'm just gonna remove these guys. So based on the documentation, I'm gonna get the manual out. I need to read the manual. I'm not perfect, so I'm gonna need to read the manual a lot. I always go back to the manual because never be afraid to read the manual, because there are things that sometimes you thought you knew, but then you realize when you start searching, it's like, hey, actually, it's actually simpler than you think. You're just overcomplicating things. The J pins. I need, okay, there we go. The J4 details. So there we go. Left, right, up, down, and the ground wire is all the way till the end. Why? Oh, that's not fun. That's not fun. Let me think. Yeah, that kind of sucks. But do I have a better choice? I could use a bigger one. 3x6. Fine. Let's just whip out the bigger one. Fine, let's just whip out the bigger one. Yeah. This is like 5. No, won't be enough. Yeah, I need 7. 7? Yeah, 7. So I need someone this big now, because we need to reach the ground pin, and I don't wanna have like dangling pins, because dangling pins often give you unnecessary trouble. And when I mean unnecessary trouble, I mean like they often come out and then things just stop working. Customers ask why, and I'm just like, what? Can you just check if the pins are connected? And that's often the reason why. So let's just avoid that as much as we can. I want to avoid headaches as much as I can, and let's just do it this way. In you go. Okay, so the ground wire is in between. It is such a awkward positioning for the ground wire. So it's gonna be, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's this one. So I'm gonna need one extra wire. Just branch out as the what do you call the ground the ground wire. Off it goes. So I think it's just here, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so I'm just gonna plug this in here. So I've made my own adapter over here. As you can see, the dual pump cables just plug in nicely over here, nice and snug, won't come off. This is gonna be easy for you in the very long run. So let's actually test it out. So you have these 4 exposed pins here. You can actually just see, yeah, as you can see, this is down, this is up, this is left, this is up, this is right. So as you can see, I can just do this and it'll just work. You can see that. So it's as simple as creating the crimps and just going all the way here. Now let's do the daisy chain grounds first, because like I said, daisy chaining is brain dead. No brain needed. But if you're talking about making your own daisy chain, this is where you need to watch out. Doing the daisy chain, not hard. Making sure the daisy chain works, that's the hard part. So we're gonna use your typical 24mm. I think these are 24. No, 24. I think I think they're called 24. The 24 mm variants of the crimps, because that's what arcade sticks use. And I'm just gonna take out the sheaves and stuff. I'm just gonna start making them. So I'm gonna just take my. I don't want my tools to drop. Okay. Sheesh. Alright, nice and easy. I almost dropped things that could be very noisy. I need to cut the wires. I'm lazy to use the professional cutting because I'm not going to really cut all wires. So I'm going to use the lazy cutting method. Nice. Oh, sorry webcam. Oh shoot, cut too much, cut too deep. It's fine. Okay, so from here I'm just gonna, you can actually just twist them like so. So it's like is this connected together? Electrical circuits are much easier than you think. It's just that some people make it harder than it should be. I don't know, maybe some people, they just don't understand the idea behind all this, so it's fine. I don't blame them. I suck at biology, so that's my shit. So that's fair. There we go, nice, tight and snug. Just make sure that it's working. So if you want to check if your daisy chain is working fine, just get your pins out, just check if it works like this, you're good. So just put your sheath back in and do rinse and repeat until you have enough. So it's probably too long for you to use the entire wire, So there is no harm in actually just cutting the wire in half, so you can have one extra one here. So I'm just gonna do just that. Shing shing. I noticed that I do have crimpers here as well in my wire acting, so it's kind of nice. It's kind of neat. I didn't realize that. I love this wire stripper so much. It's my best friend ever since I got it. Sure, there are the ones that are like the gun type of strippers, but those wire strippers often break my wires, so I don't really like it. This guy has been so reliable ever since day one. I can't recommend a better wire stripper than this. Sure, you can get the manual ones, yeah, the ones that are like just standard hole sizes, but problem with those standard hole size wire strippers is that if the wire is too big or too small, you can't use it. At least this one, it gives you flexibility. You don't need to think twice what sizes to strip and whatnot. But if you have the full set, great. If you don't, well, sucks to be you. Oh, get in. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I kind of let the wire expose. Not necessarily a good thing. Okay. Oh, don't drop. Okay. So again, before you put them all down, just give a quick gentle check. Yeah, it's working fine. Yeah, okay, it's working fine. So I just need one more daisy chain. I just need another half of a wire, and I'm good. You know what? I'm gonna be smart. We have one extra pin here. Why not just use it on one of them? Yeah. So instead of purposely cutting a new, fresh, proper wire, we just use one ground wire from here. Again, there is no reason for you to not use these ground wires. Absolutely no reason for you not to use them. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit awkward on the eyes maybe, but this is like the most optimal wiring setup from how I see it. The one that uses least resources but achieves the same goal. And once you do some, wire management stuff, it doesn't look that bad. Why bother doing extra work when you can just solve it the easier and more effective way? Let me actually bend the wire. This is the last one. Okay. Nice. So this should work with the rest of the pins. Yep, okay. So remember the rule. Start from the furthest and then go down to the bottom. And then you can just go down here. And finally, the last boy. Oh, oops. It's okay. Supposed to be itched. You're supposed to be the last one. You're the second boy. There. Oh man, I'm gonna be so happy when I do wire management because I can already foresee how clean I can set this up. So we're left with this. This is it. This is the last stretch, kinda, because I think we still need to install the feet. It's pretty easy. We're almost done with this build. I'm so happy. So close, so close, so close. Just gonna push a little bit more, and then I can just sleep. do more productive things, aka sleep, because I've had a very rough day today, so the only thing I can wish for now is just a proper nap. Not a proper sleep, because I have things to do tomorrow as well, so I just need to rush out as many customer things as much as I can before I run out of steam. I'm already exhausted right now because every controller takes a lot of energy. It's fun, but it's tiring. But hey, such is life. Where is Le Crimp? Oh, there it is. Almost done, almost done, almost done. Okay, since it's just singular, I want to abandon just so that there's more contact point. Okay. So this is what button? That's right. Okay, easy. You know what? I'm not gonna collect them all first because you can collect them all once you crimp them all. Then you can have a much more cleaner wiring setup. There's no rush in connecting them, so take your time. Nobody's rushing you to wire them in whichever way they force you to wire it. So just to make sure it works. Yeah. Almost done. Okay. Nice. Oh, right. Test it before I commit to it. Okay. Yikes. Get up. Okay. Alright. That should be the last of it. Yep, that's done. Okay, let's start with you then. So, plug you in first. Oh, come on. Okay, so that's one. So that's down, it's working fine. Next up, was it right or was it up? Oh, that's left. Okay, gotcha. Good. Next up, I think this is right. That's up. Okay, then this is right then. Good. Quick check. Does that have SOCD? Nah. SOCD is not turned on. This man is cheating. But here's the good news. So just in case you're wondering, how do I turn off the SOCD on a Brook PCB? Well, the answer is simpler than you think. I recall it came with a jumper. I can't find it. Oh shit. I'll get there. But the idea is that you want to use a jumper to just make sure that the SOCD pin is connected, because last thing you want is him to be banned in tournaments. So I'm gonna really need to clean up the entire setup later. Yeah, I could have sworn I had the. Oh wait, I think it's one back. Hold on. Here's the battery, by the way. We'll think about the battery later. Oh, okay, there it is. There it is. I see it. Okay. You just need this tiny thing to make the SOCD work. So what does SOCD mean? SOCD pretty much means like if you press left and right, you should be getting neutral. In this case, as you can see, when I press left and I press right, I don't get neutral. So that is a problem. So what do you do to solve that? You plug it into the SOCD slot. It won't immediately work. Yeah, you have to actually disconnect it first before you and then when you plug it back in, the SOCD will be on. So let me just plug this in. There we go. Up is done. So you can actually plug this out. You're gonna get a warning. And then you plug it back in. Let me try. So after plugging that in, you'll notice that when I press right, it is no longer considered as a cheating input. Now it's SOCD. So if I use my joystick and I go like this, I think so, yeah, like that. So I can't cheese with my joystick at the same time. That's pretty much what SOCD is for, because tournaments, it's not fair, I don't know why, but it's not fair for you to like have multiple inputs all at once. Justified, but whatever. So yeah, that's it. That's it for the entire build actually. Now it's just a matter of just making sure that the wires are neat, making sure everything looks good, because nobody likes a messy controller. And this is when my favorite friends come in, aka cable ties. Oh, and also I want to make sure that the PCB stays at a certain position first. You're gonna need a hard confirm the PCB position because come here. Alright, bye. Alright. And then finally. So these are standees to make sure that they are kind of floating. Kind of prevents it from just short circuiting or like basically it's just a prettier way of installing a PCB. So I love these things a lot. They do so much just to make the build look very professional. So I'm just gonna make sure that I don't conflict with too many things. I'm gonna arrange it in such a way that when I do the wire management, it's gonna be so pretty. Yep, okay, I think that's a respectable position. Yep, I'm happy with that. Okay. So before you fully commit the position, do check that when you close the casing, yeah, so it closes nicely. Everything, is it working fine? I don't know. There we go, it's working fine, buttons are working fine, nobody is having a bad time. And then now we can talk about managing the wires and stuff, because everything looks like a mess right now. So let's start off with the face buttons. So I have a strategy here. Yeah, okay, remember I was talking about not overlapping the wires? I just did it myself. That's great. That's good. Oh good. Oh good. Oh good. Oh good. Yeah, I kind of shot myself in the foot there. I forgot about this guy. So the best news is that I can just take him out. See, this is the power of DuPont wires. I could just take him out, reposition, like because I'm just rethinking my life choices. I can go through this way instead of like, you know, like if it was a screw, I would have been like, oh, I have to screw, I have to re-screw everything down. Huge pain. And it's because I made this adapter, I can just plug it back in because I know where to plug it back in and it'll look fine. Look, no hassle, no like, ah shit, what do I do? What do I do? And I gotta, you know, untangle everything and then headaches. Just go like, fuck, I should have done that. You know, post what was it? What's the term called again? Uh, post post is it buyer's remorse? Yeah, buyer's remorse. Whatever, you get the idea. Eh, mm, I want to wire it down like this, right? Just want to like wire it down this way. So I'm gonna grab. Hold on, before that, is it much? Oh, okay. You know what? This might be a better idea. So I'm gonna hook them up like this. Now it's the therapeutic part. So very chill, very chill. This is the enjoyable watching as things get cleaned up. No more fighting or struggling with the wires and stuff. It's just a matter of zen, just watching the cables as they all clean up on its own. This is the best part. Then right here. See, ain't that pretty? And then we go down here. Let me just make sure they're straight. Again, the more you do yourselves favors in the very early stages of building, the more you'll love yourself at the end. And right now I kind of hate myself a little bit because I realize I tangle. Oh no, I tangle a little bit here and there. Is it still salvageable? Yes, yes it is. Yep, I can still salvage it. So I'm going to. Okay, I think we want to talk about these guys as well. So, um, yep. So let's tie these guys together down first. Please. Okay. Okay. So that's some lax so that the wires don't choke. So remember the extra ground wires, we're just gonna secure them here so they don't go anywhere else. Okay. And I ran out of the small zip ties, but I always have more. Zip ties are your best friend when we're doing wire management. Please stock loads if you're one of those guys who like to manage cables and something. If you don't have a lot of zip ties, then how do you manage your cables, man? I'm just gonna see. So I'm gonna do this. Do this. Great. So before you confirm, okay, I feel like this is a bit messy. So I think I'm gonna, yeah, it's probably due to the joystick's wiring being a bit long. So this is like proof that sometimes long wires aren't always the best answer, but it's fine. It's not, I mean, long is oftentimes the long wires have more benefits than a short wire. Short wire sometimes is like, ah, great. Then you just stop there, you can't do anything. It's way worse than the long wire where it's like, yeah, sure, it looks a bit messy, but it works. Yeah, okay, so I just wanna make sure that they're all somehow a straight line, because it look prettier when you zip them up. Like so. Okay. And this looks messy. I'm gonna try and straighten it out. Come on. Yeah, okay, I have no choice but to create this awkward wire scrunch, because I think that part's got a bit quite messy or quite busy. Let me just come on. Work with me. Work with me. Okay, so before you cut all the cable ties, like as you can see, it's very pretty now. You get the empty room, you can do whatever you want. So from here, you can just close, and then yeah, nothing comes out. And then you can just open nicely, close, open, close, open. Okay, right, so we're done on that. Great. Now, to snip them all out. Oh. Just feels like I'm pruning from plants. So yeah, the only thing left, I guess, is just the base. That's very straightforward. I'm gonna do that real quick in a moment. But yeah, in terms of functionality and build, I think we can jump straight to the game just to see how it runs, and then maybe play a little bit with my characters and stuff, just to, like, just understand if there's any other issues and stuff. So I'm gonna launch Guilty Gear real quick. Give me a moment. I'm gonna turn up the volume real quick. Yeah, we're struggling now, boys. I'm gonna let me just control real quick. So fighting games. Yeah. Let me just add the window capture real quick. Sorry about that. No, not display capture, idiot. Alright, can you guys hear the volume? I think you can. Ugh. There we go. And then I'm gonna get my camera in. Hold on. Oh yeah. Okay. So let's actually see it in action real quick. Just make sure functions working fine. Up, down, and then where is my? Oh, I feel a slight nudge. Most likely due to the wiring. Oh no. So I didn't tighten the plier, the what do you call nuts just yet, because earlier I was just moving it all the stuff. So that's why I was felt a bit cherry rigged. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Where's my pliers? Where are my pliers? Where are my pliers? Oh no. Let me get pliers. Give me a sec. Where did I leave my pliers, man? Huh. Me and my shit memory. I could have sworn I left it around here. I was using it for a while, and then it's just gone. Hold on, let me keep half my equipment first. Oh, come on. All I want is pliers. Where is it? Oh. Fuck it. It'll come out eventually. I'll get those pliers later. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't feel like it's gonna come out anytime soon. I'm gonna go to system. Oh, it's actually a button, right? Oh, let's just go to trade practice. No, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Hold on. Alright, I'm out. Get me out of here, man. Okay. So what's his name again? Happy Chaos is just... I have no idea how to use him, man. I have no idea how to use what do you call Happy Chaos. He's just such a weird character. So it's like the more I use him, I'm like, what the hell's going on, man? It's not that sharp. It's fine. Yeah. So I'm gonna make sure the button settings. So this is X, O, square, triangle, R1, L1, R2, L2. Yep, it's all working fine. But my task is usually this, so let me just reconfigure that real quick. There we go. So some people would wonder, like, why get this? Well, I guess one of the reasons, because like, let's say you want to do this, and then to now demonstrate why, I think this should be touch, no? Oh, that's my touch. That's odd. Okay, but Yeah, so it's easier for me to do this motion with a joystick. But when I do this, you can see sometimes my inputs can drop. You can notice that. See that? So that's part of the reason why I prefer joystick for carnage scissors motions, because I'm used to it. So when I go this side, you notice that my motion on this isn't that great. So when I do on this side, I'm very well, right? So it's all down to preference. Some players prefer, you know, to use stick on certain situations. But for this customer's case, he actually wanted to learn the stick and also see how does it feel like to learn the hitbox. So it's actually like, if you want to learn a hitbox, you can actually take this out and then you can just have like a full hitbox. You can see that my hand, I still have loads of room to, you know, do whatever I want. So you can see that I'm having, you know, I can just, and if I'm feeling it, I can actually use this. Yeah, I'm starting to notice I can slide. So this is when you actually need the feet, which you can get later on. Basic combo. Yeah, let me just use this instead. So it's like, so that's the power of the hitbox. Notice that with the stick, right, there's a little bit more wrestling. Like when I do this, hold on. So it's like when I do this, so I gotta do that because I'm so used to the stick and I gotta like add more pressure on it. But look at the difference in elegance when I use the hitbox, right? So if I do this, notice that how much more elegant it is to use the hitbox. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I don't know how practical is it to like you know, stuff like that, right? How nuts. Let me just try that. Hold on. Right. So you can do stupid shit like this, right? So it's like, yeah. So instead of like, if you're concerned about hitting the forward, this is stupid. This is hella stupid. Let me try the other way. Hold on. Let me just go this way. So it's like, oh my god. Let me try that again. Oh, let me try again. That's actually quite good. It's just a little, so I'm getting used to it, right? That's actually quite nice. But I still prefer using a stick if I'm on the right hand side. So it's like, notice that when I'm using the hitbox, I'm more consistent doing carnage scissors, or in this case right lightning. But when I'm on this side, right, I'm not that consistent. So I prefer using the stick on this end. So it's like the moment I'm on the left hand side, I prefer using stick. But on the right hand side, I prefer using hitbox. So I guess that's something people can adapt to. That depends on the player, but overall, yeah, it's working fine. So we've gone through some testing. We tried doing some stupid shit. Yeah, it's working. It's a perfectly working stick. So back out. No, not you. I'm gonna off the game, and yeah, I think we are done with this controller. Oh no, did my stream just? Oh no, I thought the stream died. Okay, so yeah, I think we are done with the controller. It's just a matter of installing the feet, and that's pretty much it. We've seen the meat and bones of the controller. I'm just gonna put it so you can see. Yeah, that's my penguin. Say hi to penguin. So yeah, you can see it's actually quite nice. I don't want to bang my screen, so I'm gonna you know what? I should actually bring the webcam over, and then we'll just call it quits for the day. So let's just yeah, looks good, doesn't it? So yeah, thank you so much for whoever actually tuned into. All right, Battery. Okay, okay, hold on, hold on, hold on. We're not that done. We're not that done. Let's talk about this guy. So this guy is actually a battery, a lithium-ion battery. So let's say you want to plug wirelessly. I'm not sure you can plug with the PC. Oh, battery placement. Okay, lucky thing is positioned here. Right? So I'm gonna plug him here. And we're gonna position this around here. Now for batteries, often double side tape is enough. We don't want it dangling all over the place, right? So I'm gonna get some double side tape for that. Yeah, there it is. There's my bountiful bag full of stuff. So let's double side tape. So I like to use these kind of tapes, these silicone kind of tapes, because they're really strong, really reliable. I can't expect them to fail easy. So I'm gonna stick it at the back side here. Two for good measure. Where is my cutter? Oh, there is my pliers. Ta-da! It was in my bag. Okay, so I'm gonna just tighten this for good measure. Just give it one nice tight screw. In case it needs it to be loosened, just use the pliers. Won't be going anywhere time soon. Okay, then another one. Good. Thank you. Alright, let's take this guy out. Come on. Yeah, the only suck part about this tape is that it's so difficult to remove its other side for some goddamn reason. Sheesh. I'm going to try and use you. Try not to injure the battery. Yeah, hyper effective if I say so myself. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so we're gonna paste it at the bottom down there. Alright, there we go. So the battery is not going anywhere from there. So yeah, as long as someone doesn't start stabbing the battery or anything, it should be okay. That's a safe position. Yeah, so how do we get this wirelessly? Well, I think it's more PS. Let's see the manual real quick. How do we get to Bluetooth? There should be a guide on how to. Yeah, there is no. Okay, so there's like, PS plus what do you call? Oh no. Hold down share, then hold PS key for 2 seconds. I see. So share plus. I don't know, it's working. There we go. So it is connected, I think. Yeah, me thinks it's connected. So yeah, so I'm gonna show. Yeah, as you can see on top there, it's written as wireless controller. Latency wise, not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, I guess it's working fine. Oh shoot, you can't see it, can't you? You guys are not seeing what I'm seeing. Sorry about that. Sorry. There we go. So yeah, I'm not sure if you can see that, but in terms of latency, it's not bad. Maybe because right now it's a full battery, that's why it's on good performance, but maybe once you take out the battery, everything it just starts to fail. But yeah, that's how you connect it wirelessly. And how do you turn it off? Let's see. So once we turn it off, we'll call it quits. I'm just gonna install the Lakes off stream. Yeah, I guess it's just gonna unpair it and then it should be just disconnected on its own, I assume. So I'm just gonna unpair it in Bluetooth settings real quick. Right? Yep, so I'm just gonna remove the device. And it should be disconnected. Well, that's what I think it should do. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's build. Thanks to whoever came in to watch, and I'm gonna go and pack everything up to sleep because I'm really tired. So yeah, bye everyone. Thanks for watching to whoever watched.